Okay, good. Good morning. Hi, Ten, George Roty. Hope you have a very nice weekend. And the summer is really coming in pretty soon. And actually, this is the second week of June, and pretty soon we will have the longest day in the year, which is
Hmm.
June the 21st, right? Um, John?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right, right. Okay. All right. Then, well, do you have some, good news for the weekend? And actually, Trump was celebrating that he reached an agreement with Iran, and hopefully the war will be over and the Hormuz will open up, and we will have less inflation, and hopefully the Fed will lower the interest rate. This
Right.
is all, I can, I can hope for, but we'll see what happens. They're supposed to sign the agreement this Friday, so let's keep our fingers crossed. And overall, the economy is getting better too. In Northern California, like the San Francisco and San Jose, really saw a big hike in the housing activities. In San Jose was 25.7% up, and San Francisco was 19.7% up. So that's a very encouraging news, and I think it's going to happen to Southern California pretty soon. And the weather is getting very nice for people who wants to market the property. And usually the summertime is a good window for the real estate sales and purchases. So this is the time to wrap up your engine and go out and get some business. Okay, and with that, I would like to introduce the guest. I mean the affiliate spotlight, which is Sam Chow, for the HomeGuard inspection and warranty, home inspection, home warranty. I'm sorry.
Thank
Um,
you, Peter.
and he'll be our affiliate speaker today. But before that, I would like to introduce our affiliates. Let's begin with John Wax. John,
All right.
good
Thank you,
morning.
Peter. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, it is time. The weather is heating up. The market is hot. This is the time usually that a lot of people go on vacation, but you can always be ready, be there, talk to as many people as you can, conversations, even talk to people that you do business with, like banks. See if you can host for a couple hours one of the booths in the in the bank to be there to consult with people regarding real estate needs. And then, all they want is you to send back the loans to them. But at least you're in there, you're in front of them. You might have a little snackage there, and people come in and do banking, and you're available, and you have your signs and all that kind of stuff. Step outside the box. It's a great way for you to expand your business and meet more people. The key is meeting more people. It's a numbers game. What I was telling Peter earlier is that you have to have an NHD and tax report, and you should order it definitely up front. Bring it with you on a listing appointment or as soon as you get the listing, but always get the environmental, because there are 6 areas in the San Gabriel Valley that the environmental report will cover. Superfund sites. These are contaminated groundwater sites. They are constantly in a flux of cleanup and inspection and determination as to whether or not, how far the cleanup has gone and what they need to do the cleanup. Some of the areas are the Whittier Narrows and the South El Monte, Baldwin Park, and then Area 3, which is the closest to you, brings in Alhambra, San Gabriel, and East San Gabriel Valley. And those areas there, a proximity to that property that you're dealing with, will be in the environmental report. They've already cleaned up billions of groundwater, and so far to this date, $470 million for the cleanup. That's a good chunk of money. But unfortunately, this is what happens. Groundwater gets contaminated. When man gets involved, it creates these issues and things like that. But just know that if you get the NHC report with environmental, you'll have that information at your fingertips. It has links to get more information, and you should know about these sites. But like I said, they're in constant flux. They're always being investigated, and they're always in flux of cleanup. So that's what I want to let you know. Don't forget, you still need, for the lease report, you need our free renters report, and check out the hazard preview, which is free, and the estimator for the taxes. We have all that information available, only backed by $100 million of E&O insurance. So we're here for you. I'm your consultant, 32 years in the business, and I look forward to a very successful and prosperous coming up. This is the last part of the second quarter, but third part is when it really pops. But right now is a good place to start and get your feelers out there, and keep contacting as many people as possible, because there's business to be had, and the people that go on vacation, you're there and you're working. So let's get it. Thank you so much. Thanks for allowing me to be here.
Thank you, John, for giving us updated with the Superfund cleaning up. I was kind of curious, how do they clean up the water, which is spread so big an area, and then it's below ground,
Well, I'm sure it starts with the testing, and they have their methods. I'm not sure. It doesn't specify in the article what they're doing. It just tells you that they're doing it. If you contact them, they'll probably be able to give you more details, but that's the key, is the cleanup, knowing where it is and doing the cleanup. And supposedly, as I said before, the water you're drinking from the tap has been treated with special chemicals, so it's safe to drink. But get a filter. That's what I say. Get a filter.
Okay.
Thank you.
Right. Thank you so much. Okay, next we have Sandy Franco from First American Warranty.
Good morning, everyone. So I just want to do a couple things real quick, because I know Sam's going to do home warranty later, so don't want to flood you with a whole bunch of home warranty stuff. Keep in mind with our plans, with the Value, Eagle, or Max plans, the appliances that are covered on those each have their own $5,000 limit. So that's pretty good for most appliances. But if you're looking at homes for your buyers and they have high-end stoves, ovens, refrigerators, whatever it is, for $100 more, you can double that on every appliance. And it's a standalone. Each appliance has its own. And we cover multiple appliances. If you have a clean kitchen and a dirty kitchen, both dishwashers are covered. Each has their own $5,000 limit, okay? The only thing we restrict that on is refrigerators. One refrigerator in the kitchen for the $5,000. Anything else is called additional refrigeration, which can cover up to 4 units, like a ice maker, a freezer in the garage, or another refrigerator, but you're not going to get the $5,000. That maxes at $1,500 for all 4 of the additional units combined. Okay, so only one refrigerator located in the kitchen gets the up to $5,000 with the standard policy. So keep that in mind. Been doing this for almost 22 years. Happy to answer any questions you have. Putting my info into chat, and John's right. This is the perfect time to get out there, meet people. If they don't know who you are, they won't know how to use you, right? So get out there. Spread your joy to everybody. Your affiliates have the tools to help make that easier for you, right? We all do. So reach out to whoever you like best, whoever makes you more comfortable, whatever. And let's get this done for end the summer strong. Okay, I'll put my info into chat. Have a fabulous week.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Sandy. Next we have Nicole Manat from Fidelity National. Nicole, good morning. Nice to have you.
Good morning. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Peter, for allowing us to join. Wishing you all a wonderful Monday and week ahead, and celebrating Father's Day and first day of summer this Sunday. So thank you to all the fathers for all you do, for your support. We truly appreciate you. And as John and Sandy have said, summer is just around the corner. Longest day of the year, as Peter even said. So more time to get out there, make connections, prospect, door knock in the evening, show your face. And so with that, if you're looking for information to share also for your open houses, I am going to put the link in the chat to my website. We do have buyer and seller guides available that you can access through my website. They're available in English, Chinese, Mandarin, and Spanish and Vietnamese. If you have any questions, give me a call. Nicole Menard, Fidelity National Title. Thank you so much for your support. Wishing you a beautiful and blessed week. Thank you.
Thank you, Nicole. Appreciate that. Next, we have Marie from Contempo Escrow. Marie?
Good morning, everyone. Marie with Contempo Escrow, here to help you grow your business. So the market, things are still moving. I think things are slower down, but they haven't stopped. So I strongly suggest you get out there and speak to your sphere of influence, church, your friends. We always talk about most times we have listings that sneak from underneath us because family members or friends don't know that we're in real estate. So it's something we always got to put out there. One of the things I like to share, and every year I kind of tell you guys, it's about marketing. And I have two particular agents who go on Amazon every year, and I think they spend about $40. And what they do at this time of the year is they go buy a box of flags that probably have 200 flags in them. And when they do their door knocking, they place a flag on every single, they do it in front of the house, but not directly on the property. So by the time that they're finished door knocking, there's a flag with their business card on every single front of the house. And it looks like a mass of flags. And they get great success from that every year. So it's an idea that I'd like to present to you guys. It'll cost you $40. You walk a couple blocks, you put your flags in, you make the neighborhood look nice, and you get calls out of that, or you could get calls out of that. So it's all about using your sphere of influence and getting creative to get the business that you need to come. So real estate is moving. It hasn't stopped. The interest rates are in a different place right now, but some people are going to buy no matter whether the interest rates are high or low. So we just have to reach out to those people and find them. And then I want to also, I'm going to real estate is always where we are, but I'm going to piggyback on a little story on a mobile home that I had. I just finished a transaction with a mobile home. So all of you that are scared for mobile homes and say, oh, well, there's no money involved, the price points are too low, all of those things that are negativities towards, you getting involved in a mobile home. What I always say to you guys, if you can sign a contract, I can get you through your mobile home transaction. But the high point of my transaction, I just had an agent close a mobile home for $145,000. Her commission on both. She did 6% on both sides, and she cleared $17,400 on her commission.
Wow, that's good.
What are you waiting for?
Yeah, that's right.
There's guides or restrictions on the mobile home, on the commissions, and I watched this agent walk away with $17,400 dual commission on $145,000 sales. So don't sleep on them. I want your real estate, but mobile homes are just as hot. So that's all I have for you. You guys have a great rest of your week, a great part of your week. This is the beginning of it. And then if you need anything, you know where to find me.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you very much. Next, we have Unita Wu from HWA, the home warranty. Unita, go ahead. You have to unmute.
Okay.
We cannot hear you. Somehow. No. Are you unmuted?
Muted. Can you get
it's on and off for some reason.
Guys, I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened to my voice, but
Now it's
I'm
better.
trying.
Now it's better. Go
Okay,
ahead.
great.
Okay.
Yeah. Warranty. Thank you for letting me be here, and all the fathers out there. If you guys need any home warranty, let me know. Thank you again.
Okay. Thank you, Unita. I'm glad. Okay. Thank you for showing up to the meeting. Appreciate that very much. Okay. All right. Now I think that's all the Check-in, do we have anybody in the training room?
Yeah, we have Yolanda here.
Yolanda, go ahead,
How are
Yolanda.
you? Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, everybody. Happy Monday. You know what? I'm just so excited. It's busy. I love getting phone calls, text messages, and emails from my clients that they had a very busy, productive weekend. Open houses are very good. I had a success story where one of my realtors having open house. They didn't buy that one, but guess what? He picked up a buyer, wrote up an offer on another property. So it works. And if you don't have a hot listing right now, ask someone else in your office if you could host open house on their listing. It is very productive. They're picking up leads. Properties are selling because you know what, folks? And I've been doing this for 44 years of them.
Whoa.
And summertime is always a busy time. It doesn't matter what's going on because when school's out, kids are done, that's when the people make the move. They
Yeah.
want to get to their other home before school resumes again. So it's a very busy time. Please call me if you should have any questions or assistance. Yolanda Martinez Arenas, WFG National Title. Have a wonderful, productive day. Happy early Father's Day and Grandfather's Day to all those wonderful men out there. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Yolanda. Thank you so much. All right. I think that's all the affiliates that we have today. And do we have anybody that I missed? And if not, I would like to introduce Sam Chow. He's the boss of the HomeGuard.
The account manager.
Okay, go ahead, Sam.
Well, hi, everyone. I want to thank High 10 for giving me the opportunity to speak with everyone today. My name is Sam Chow, and I recently took over Mr. David Tran's position. I'm the new account manager for HomeGuard Home Warranty in the San Gabriel Valley. Well, today I'm just going to be talking about a few key points, why choose HomeGuard, and we try to make things easier for the agents and the clients. And first, I would talk about our executive program. Well, the executive program at HomeGuard, we believe a home warranty should come with real support. That's why we created the executive program. It's a personalized onboarding experience where every new homeowner is paired with a dedicated coordinator. We walk them through their coverage, explain how to use their warranty, and help tailor any optional protections. It's simple, guided process that gives homeowners clarity and peace of mind from day one. So why did this program exist? It's because homeowners often feel overwhelmed by warranty contracts, and agents want smoother, happier post-closing experiences, and clear communications reduces misunderstanding and claim issues. And it builds long-term trust with agents and partners. So that's the main reason we created it. And also, how it works, it's a dedicated coordinator assigned to each homeowner. We will assign one to them. And the coverage, we will have them review the coverage line by line explanation to the clients. And they will talk about their optional add-ons tailored to the home. And to teach them how to use a warranty service request guidelines, smooth onboarding from day one. And also, we have so they have a clear understanding of coverages, confidence when placing service requests, and personalized plan recommendations, and peace of mind knowing they're supported. So that's the reason we created that. And for that reason, you will have stronger client satisfaction after closing, fewer warranty misunderstandings, added value to your service packages, reinforce your reputation for client care. And with the executive program, your clients aren't just covered, they're guided, supported, and taken care of from day one. And there are like other plans that it comes with HomeGuard's our warranty plans. It comes with, let me see this one. And Peter, remember we did that meeting in your High 10, and a lot of the agents didn't know that it comes with it.
Mm-hmm.
It was the rekey. This one comes with all of our plans, and service is available one time during the contract term. Includes rekey up to 6 keyholes including deadbolts and 4 copies of keys total. They could call in and we will have someone come out and do that for them when they close of escrow.
Oh, that's good. That's a good
Yeah.
service.
And
Great.
also, we added the new optional coverage for electric vehicle EV charger, and that's only $95 to add on for the 12 months.
But Sam, the Wiki is a free service?
Yes, it's included in all the plans.
Oh, okay. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good, good,
Even
good.
the basic plan included.
Most of the
Wiki.
people don't know about that, you know.
Correct. And the current option that we added is the electric vehicle charger. And that covers for one permanent installed residential electric vehicle charging station, but it has to be located within the foundation of the covered property. So it cannot be outside of the house, the EV charger. And that is, we cover items are internal control board, power module, display interface components, internal wiring within the charger, that's permanently attached and manufacture integrated charging cable, and labor to diagnose and repair failures. So that is only $95 to add on the optional coverage. And a lot of people have electrical charger at their homes nowadays. You know, it's a great option. And then another one we add on was the water heater tune-up. Remember, Peter, it's a great deal. It's $25 add-on. And we will perform one water heater system tune-up per contract term. And we just come out and we inspect the water heater piping for leaks, temperature and pressure relief valve, flue, thermostat, and electrical. And we will provide tighten fittings, clean gas burner assembly, flush the water heater tank, or descale a tankless water heater and recommend repairs as necessary. So those are the couple of things that we added to our coverage. And the last one we added was the garage door tune-up, which is a $30 add-on. And this one, it comes with all our plans except for the basic coverage. So if you order basic plan, you just add $30 and you get the garage tune-up, which is really good. And yeah, and if you guys have any questions, I can be reached. I'll leave my information in the chat with my email and phone number. And please reach out to me if you need a brochure, and I'll send you a digital brochure with our pricing and all the information. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity, Peter. And thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Sam. Good information.
Thank you.
You know, I know you are very active in our office. You come to our office personally sometimes to talk to the agents, and you're very concerned. You give us some gifts and
You're welcome, Peter.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Thank you so much,
Appreciate
you
it.
guys. I'll leave my info in the chat.
Yeah, we appreciate your presence in our company. All right, thank you. Okay, now let's go on with our meeting. There will be no lunch and learn this Wednesday. As you know, the CRE WIN class has concluded last week, and for 10 weeks already. And at the end of the session, those people who have attended 80% of the seminars will get a certificate to certify they are officially the core banker, commercial real estate agent. So that's a good certificate to get, because you'll be entitled to all the resources in the core banker commercial, as well as you'll be able to advertise and network in their systems. So watch for that. And if you have attended the class and didn't get the certificate, let us know. Let either Michelle or I know, and we'll intercede for you. Okay. And this Friday, we'll have Michelle conduct a training on the CAR, a commercial leases agreement. They'll be very educational, because a lot of people are doing commercial leases nowadays, and you know, there's some tricky things that do when you're doing the commercial leases, aside from the residential ones. Residential is pretty straightforward, but commercial sometimes there's some nuances that you have to watch out for. And Michelle is very good at that, and she has a lot of experience and real practical experience that she can tutor you on. Okay, so this will be this Friday at 11 o'clock. And then our award party ceremony will be conducted Friday, June the 26th, from 12 to 3 o'clock at the Array 36. All the people who deserve or get the awards has been notified already, and we'll have a big party on June the 26th. Okay, any question? Those are the all the announcements for this week. Anybody have any questions at all? If not, I would like to tell you about what's happening in our business. Last week, we have closed 5 escrows. We have 5 new listings this week. And also we have 3 new, listing. We have 5 new listings this week and 3 new escrows as well. So let me begin with a new escrow, and we have Anita Ramos for income property at $876,375 for property in Gilroy. And then we have Lily Yun for commercial lease in Alhambra for $46,560. Then Shimei Cam has the double-ended commercial lease in Monterey Park with Atlantic Times Square for $660,000, and she gets about 4% of the $660,000 commercial lease. Then we have 5 new escrows, and the first one actually the first 3 are by Lynn Loy. They are all condos in Rosemead. The first condo was for $1,180,000 in Rosemead, Pine Street. The other one is 1.48 million, Rosemead on Graves Avenue, and in the Rosemead is also a condo. And the third condo that she has is for $1.38 million in Rosemead on Graves Avenue also. So those are the 3 condos that Lynn Loy has entered into the new escrow. Another escrow that was for residential by Sharon Chow for $1.098 million for the residents in the Diamond Bar. Also, Shimei Cam has a commercial lease for $17,931 per month, and it is about, I think it's a 5 years lease, and the commission for that lease can become substantial as well. Okay, then for the closed escrow last week we have 5. The first one is a lease by Lily Yun for $46,560. It is for a commercial lease in Alhambra. And then Amy Wang sold, not sold, but negotiated a commercial lease for $87,600 for a house in San Marino. Rosa Reyes, actually, Rosa has 2 transactions. One is for income property in Southgate for $1.1 million, and also residents in Long Beach for $960,000. So she has 2 closed escrow last week. Very good. Congratulations, Rosa. And then Shimei Cam has double-ended the lease for $681,183.12, which she get 1% commission out of that. She double-ended the deal, so she get a total of 2%. So that's all the new escrow and the listings and the closed sales that we have. Any questions? Anybody who has a new sale which I have not mentioned, please speak up. Anybody? Well, it's a pretty quiet group today, huh? So, all right. Then I will share my presentation today. I will. There's two topics that I want to tell you about, which has my agents asked me last week. One is pertaining to the FIRTA disclosure and also the repairs. When to disclose the repairs and why you have to do it. And those are the kind of information that the agents want. So I want to go through that a little bit with you today. As you know, the FIRTA is the short name for Foreign Investment in Real Property Tax Act, and it is a very important tax act for the buyers, and because that they will incur a lot of responsibility for the buyer if the buyer did not disclose that the seller is a non-citizen or non-resident of the United States. In other words, for any purchaser or not the purchaser, but the seller of the property who is not who is a foreign country citizen, they must report it for the tax purposes. What it is that buyers of the United States of the real estate must withhold 15% of the purchase price and forward it to the IRS if the seller is a foreign person. In other words, if the seller does not have a valid social security number and he's not the resident or the citizen of the United States, and if the seller sells the property, then the tax, 15% tax, has to be withheld ahead of time, and you have to forward that to the IRS. And the responsibility is not on the seller. The responsibility is on the buyer, because if the buyer didn't do that, then the buyer is responsible for the full amount plus penalty plus interest. When the IRS discovered that the seller skipped town or did not pay the due tax, the tax is due because of the sale of the property. So that is very important, as a lot of people think that it's the responsibility of the seller to report it to the IRS, but in fact it's not. It's the buyer has more responsibility than the seller, because after the seller sold the property, then they go back to their own country, and then it's difficult to find them, and then so but the buyer has the property in the United States, so the IRS can come back at any time and say, hey, buyer, you did not report this to me, that the seller was the foreign person. Now I cannot collect tax from him, so you have to pay for the tax. Okay, so it is very important, because sometimes in our transaction that the FIRTA report is missing, and this is very concerning if you're representing the buyer, because the buyer come back and sue us, sue the agent, and saying that you mishandled the situation, and who's going to pay for the tax, and there will be a big lawsuit. So the penalty for non-compliance is pretty substantial, because you have to pay for the full amount of the seller's unpaid taxes. Now sometimes it can be up to like 20% of the purchase price or the sale price, and then they have to put the interest also on top of that, plus the penalty. So easily it can exceed 25% of the purchase price. So if you're representing the buyer, and then the buyer find out that you did not do what you're supposed to do, that is to inform the buyers that you have to report for the FIRTA requirement. then when that happened, there will be a big lawsuits, and everybody will be involved. The agents, the brokerage. That is why in High-10 George Realty, we really concerned about missing the FIRTA reports, the FIRTA declarations, and so it's very important. So what do you have to do? Well, let's talk about 4 exemptions. Now, if you belong to these 4 exemptions, and then you don't have to file the FIRTA report. The first one is the buyer's affidavit saying that the property is a residence and the purchase price does not exceed $300,000. And the second exemption is the seller's, for filing the seller's affidavit, claiming that the seller provides an affidavit asserting that they are not a foreign person, including their social, and then that on that affidavit that include their social security number or tax ID number. So if the seller have that affidavit, the FIRTA report is exempted. And then the third exemption will be the qualified substitute. In other words, somebody will instead of the buyer and seller, somebody certified, or usually it's a title company or the escrow company that comes and certify that the seller is not a foreign person, or the seller is exempted from the filing. The fourth one is you usually have a formal declaration from the IRS saying that no withholding is required. But this is very rare because usually the IRS will not come out and confirm that the seller is exempted. And this is much more difficult to get, and usually people don't go through this route. But those are the 4 exemptions that if you have that, you don't have to report the FIRTA. Now, when I mentioned about the qualified substitute, it usually is with the seller, the escrow or the title company will act as a qualified substitute. That means they will get the affidavits of seller from the seller, and then the seller manually complete the paragraph on the AS form, and then give it to the title company or escrow company, and the title and escrow company will act as a qualified substitute using this QS form. And once the buyer receives this notification from the qualified substitute, then the buyer has no responsibility to withhold any taxes from the sale. So this is usually you go by the qualified substitute and go through the title company or the escrow company to satisfy this requirement. Now, if they don't have that at all, and then you don't, if the qualified substitute doesn't want to serve as the qualified substitute, what should the buyers do? Then the buyer should will verify that you have a fully completed seller's affidavit or a QS form from the title company. And if you don't have that at all, neither form is received by the buyer, then instruct the escrow to withhold funds and forward the fund to the IRS. And this is a very important procedure, because if you don't have those forms, and you're not exempt from filing the FIRTA report, and you have to withhold the tax and it's forwarded to the IRS. Okay. And the second things I want to talk to you about is the disclosure for repairs. A lot of agents are not clear of what the full duty of disclosure of repairs. Now, this is getting more and more serious now, because a lot of lawsuits stem from this. non-disclosure of repairs, non-disclosure of the problem of material facts. And so, we always have say from the advice from the CAR or DRE, and says that, well, when in doubt, you disclose. That's the golden rule. So if you have any doubt at all, you disclose it and get it over with, instead of trying to find out what need to be disclosed or not. Now, who has to disclose? Of course, the seller has the duty to disclose all the material facts about the real estate, and also an agent. If an agent know about the property, know about the condition of the property, have a fiduciary duty as well as independent duty to disclose it to the seller, to the buyer, and to all the disclosed material facts. What must be disclosed? Well, they all say is a cover all thing is that all material facts that affect the value and the desirability of the property has to be disclosed. That includes the prior defects and then repairs, even if the repairs are fixed, and it also includes the inspection reports in your possession, and alterations and modifications, and the recent painting, even the painting about the past 12 months has to be disclosed. And also the ongoing maintenance issues that you think is affect the desirability and the value of the properties. So how about if they haven't been already repaired? Usually said, oh, there has been a repair already, so why bother to tell the buyer? But the fact is that even though that the problem has repaired, the problems can recur. And if the buyer does not know the problems, and how can they know that they are willing to take the chance whether the problem can recur at all? And also the SPQ, the seller's property questionnaire form, requires in paragraph 7 specify that any alterations, modification, replacement, improvements, remodeling, or material repairs has to be disclosed. So they specifically ask for that, and so you have to disclose no matter what. And also the painting too, anything that was painted in 12 months must be disclosed under the SPQ. Now also, if you have if the seller has or the agent has the inspection report, do they have to disclose? Yes, of course. You have to provide the full documents, and don't try to just disclose this and that and then withholding some other information in the other report. You disclose the full report to the buyer, so that they will have no questions and no doubts about the inspection reports, because all the reports are filled with material facts that cannot safely be filtered. You cannot pick and choose. And also the SPQ requires that they specifically ask the reports for inspections, the warranties and disclosure, maintenance recommendations, estimates and study and service. So this is automatically covered in the SPQs. So in order to satisfy the SPQ requirement, you have to disclose those items. There's no question about that. But how about the question, how old is too old? In other words, what should you disclose the problem that was happened 2 years ago or 3 years ago? And if it's in the report or in the repair document, nothing is too old to disclose. So in other words, all the material facts you should disclose, and do not determine whether something happened to be too long ago. And if you know about it and you have the document, you have to disclose it. Okay. And for buyer's agent, even you know all the dates on the documents provided, If it's significant out of date, then nevertheless you tell the buyer, hey, this is what it happened, and this is pretty old already, and probably has been fixed, and that's it's not relevant anymore. But nevertheless, you tell the buyer what's happening, so they can decide or request for current inspection if the buyer wants. Okay, so no document is too old to disclose. Okay, so what about if you have the document? How long do you have to keep the property documents? Well, for the licensees, you're required to keep all the documents for 3 years minimum. So in other words, if you have the report about the property, you are supposed to keep it at 3 years. And usually, if you want to save, you keep it at least 4 years. In our company, we routinely keep the documents at 5 years. Now, as for the property owners, they don't have the responsibility to keep the reports. But if they do have the report, they're supposed to give it to the buyer and disclose to all the parties involved. Okay. And what about the report specifically say that it's non-transferable? Non-transferable doesn't mean that the reports are confidential. That doesn't mean that the reports cannot be disclosed to other people. It only says that the report is non-transferable because it is not, if you are the buyer and pay for the report, then only the buyer can sue the inspector for negligence or for any wrongdoings. The sellers cannot do it, but the seller, once if they have the report, they have the responsibility to disclose it. They can disclose it. It has nothing to do with non-transferable. So if you have the report, disclose it. The non-transferable, the language does not make the report confidential. Once the report is in the possession of the seller or the listing agent, it must be disclosed to any substantial buyer of the property. Okay, so the takeaway today is that the FIRTA, so far as the FIRTA is concerned, buyer must withhold 15% from the purchase price and remit it to the IRS when the seller is a foreign person. If you don't have if you don't qualify for the exemption. Now, as far as the disclosure is concerned, the seller and agent each has a independent duty to disclose all the material facts. So all the material facts must be disclosed, and also always provide a full document. Just don't just cherry pick some of the things that you think is important. And also there's no too old or no transferable exception. And if you have the report, you must disclose it. So those are the things you have to remember today. If you don't remember the things I told you, just so for today, just remember all these 5 things. Okay. All right. That's all the things I want to share with you today. I hope I will benefit you. Any questions? We have good timing too, us. We're on time, right, John?
Yes, we're on time. You got 3 minutes.
Okay, any questions?
Good morning, Peter. This is Irma. Just a quick question. I'm wondering, will there be a certification course for agents who do residential real estate? I know that was something that was mentioned. That's why I was removed from the real estate course that is ending now because I do residential and not just commercial.
No, those you don't need. Those you don't need a certificate for residential. Anybody can do the residential, and you don't need that certification from the core banker.
Oh, well, they told me since you do residential and we're only doing commercial here, we're gonna have a course that has that's geared for agents who do both residential and want to do commercial. So that's why I was removed from the commercial course that is ending now.
Yeah.
Because yeah, so is there gonna be a combo class where residential agents can also learn about commercial?
I don't think there's a combo class. The commercial class has already ended, and they have it every year, but they don't have the residential.
Oh, that's what the instructor told me. He said he was going to remove me from the class because I was doing residential and that he would inform us of a course that would combine both residential and commercial.
Who told you that?
The instructor that is running the commercial course.
Josh?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, see, I didn't know that. I have to ask him. As far as I know, there's no the combo class scheduled.
Yes, please ask. I think there's another agent who was also asking about that. She was
Okay.
informed the same thing.
Okay, I'll ask
Thank you,
Josh
Peter.
and clarify that.
Thank you so much, Peter. I appreciate it.
All right, Irma, thank you. Any more questions? If not, I wish you a good week ahead and
Yep. Happy
yeah.
Father's Day to all the fathers.
Oh yeah, next week, right? Oh, actually, this week.
Friday. I mean, Sunday.
Sunday. Yeah. Okay.
Sunday.
All right, guys. See
All
you
right.
next week. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Bye, all.
Bye
Have a good one.
bye.